So this is my entry for the NYX Face Awards 2015. If you like it, please hit that button down below, like, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I'm still fairly new, so get in while the getting's good. I love you guys and thank you so much for your support. So this is my wolf, cat, take it as you will. I just kind of like doing fur. It's a thing. I don't know. Okay guys, so to start off, I'm dipping into a fairly light matte brown shadow, and I'm just going to dust that all over towards the sides of my nose and down a little bit around my sides of my face. I'm going to dip into a darker matte brown shadow, kind of give a little more dimension so I can see it once we put the pancake colors over top. So I'm just dusting that dark brown shadow down the sides of my nose. And then we're going to go around my smile lines where your nose connects around the sides of your mouth. And I'm just going to blend that using a large brush. I'm just going to dust that down the sides of my nose and up around my eyebrows. Taking a wedge sponge and a cream color in gray, I'm just going to start carving out the colors in which I want the gray to be to kind of start making the shape of the wolf. So I'm just patterning that out, and then I'm going to start filling it in with the flimsy side of the sponge because it's a lot more delicate when I'm working around the eye area and more precise parts of my face. Coloring in, coloring in, coloring in, stay in the lines, stay in the lines, stay in the lines. All right, now onto brown. I'm just gonna dab that around the lower portions of my eyes, around the sides of my nose, under my nose, and on my chin. And then I'm just using that soft part to blend the brown and the gray. Now onto white. I'm going to use the denser part of the sponge and the flimsy part of the sponge around that delicate white eye area. Flimsy part of the sponge is also really helpful for blending colors without having to be too precise and too nitpicky. I'm also going to take a clean spoolie brush and I'm just going to run that through my eyebrows to make sure none of the pancake colors got onto my eyebrows and just kind of help me to feather out my eyebrows later on while we're doing fur. So I'm just using a turning, spinning motion to spin that through my eyebrows. Setting powder. And I'm just going to dust that all over my face to kind of lightly set these cream colors. My clean hands, and boom, nothing. Awesome. Next, I'm going to go on to my black eyeliner. Taking the precision tip of the felt liner, I'm just going to tap it against my eyelid to kind of help make that cat eye a little bit easier. And then, just like our favorite childhood game, we're going to connect the dots. Don't think too much, sisters, not twins. It's a real struggle. All right, on to my NYX Jumbo Crayon in Slate. I'm going to draw out the bottom portion of the nose of my wolf. I'm going to use a gray color because I want my nose to appear as wet. Then I'm going to take my NYX Jumbo pencil in black and I'm going to add a little bit of black to the top of my nose to make it appear as though my nose is a little bit wet. Making a scrunchy, scary grrr face. I'm going to outline the lines of my nose that actually set into the wrinkles to kind of go around and fill in those kinds of lines so that it gives the appearance of my nose actually being wrinkled and kind of scary even when it's in a more relaxed state. Let's say that. Yep, relaxed state. All right, on to the lips. So cat lips are a lot thinner than most people, so I'm going to draw down on the middle parts of my lips and outline a little bit to make it look a little thinner. Then I'm going to draw the line down the center of my nose, from the center of my nose to the top of my cupid's bow, adding a little bit of whisker dimension, and then I'm going to go into my nasal labial folds and define that a little bit to kind of bring my muzzle around to look a little more cat-like. Blending, 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 blending. resharpening my Cupid's bow, just making it more designed, being artsy fartsy, trying to make everything perfect. I'm going to define the top portion of my lower lip to just give it a little bit of dimension, make my lips appear slightly smaller. Then I'm going from one of the wrinkles in my nose to create the tops of my cheekbones for the cat, and then dragging that downwards into my nasolabial folds. Now I'm just outlining the direction in which I want my fur to lay with just short stroking motions. And now I'm going to dip that into my black and make short black strokes all along my face to add the first layer of dimension of fur. As you can see, I'm just doing stroking motions, nothing crazy, nothing precise. We're going to get fancy with it later. Don't you worry. Fast forward. So now I'm just going into my chin, and I'm going to change the direction of the fur to go inwards towards my chin to give it more of a muzzled effect. Make shorter strokes around my nose because the fur on a cat's nose is slightly shorter than the fur on the rest of their face. Then I'm going to define my brow and my eyebrows and the top brow portion of my face. So this is step one with just the black fur as a base for direction purposes. Now going back into that brown, and I'm going to do both sides of the brush. I love packing a brush this way because I feel like it does add colors from just that one simple stroke. I don't have to go back in as many times to reload my brush with product. I find I can get a lot more detail work done if I do load both sides to the brush. So now I'm just adding brown in between the blacks just to add a little bit of dimension and shadow. Now going in back with that jumbo pencil and slate, I'm going to add a little bit of highlighting and adding some light gray strokes to the top of the fur to add a little bit of highlight. As you can see, I'm using short flicking motions to add the fur. Nothing fancy, nothing precise, just short flicking motions create those types of lines. Blending, 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 blending. Back into my white color and a flat brush. It's my white brush. I don't use any other color with this brush except white. It's amazing. I love to have a brush just for black, just for brown, and just for white. It makes cleanup a lot easier, and I find it creates sharper lines. I don't have to go in and detail as much. My blending becomes a lot easier, and my lines are a lot crisper and sharper if I have one brush designed for each and every color. Going back into my cat eyes, I'm going to make sisters, not twins, and we're going to define the eyes a little bit, make them a little bit more cat-like. Onto the fun part, I'm just going to take one of my favorite gold coppery shadows. These are my favorite shadows in the whole world. I would probably have this color on my lids every single day. I just love this. Is my favorite color of shadow of life. And I'm going in with a small Sigma flat shader brush and adding that color. Just to make it a little bit sharper and adding a little bit of detail on my forehead as well as the tip of my nose and the bridge of my nose, just to add a little bit of dimension and pop, because there's a lot of black and a lot of brown going on. Everybody needs a little pop of color. Ooh, scary. Before and after. Such a scary wolf. So this is what I come up with. I'm pretty stoked. It came out really awesome. I'm really excited about it, and thanks so much for watching. I hope you picked up a couple of tricks, tips, whatnot, what have you. Questions, concerns, comments, leave them down below. Thank you guys again. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!